Celebrate Buffalo Olmsted Parks Conservancy and a special Denim and Diamonds virtual gala with Olmsted Sparkle of Summer. Now, here's Linda Pellegrino.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Olmsted Sparkle of Summer. I'm Linda Pellegrino. Tonight, we have a very special program honoring our wonderful park system created by Frederick Law Olmsted, the father of American landscape architecture. Our Olmsted Parks cover over 850 acres with 6 parks, 7 parkways, and 8 circles. The Buffalo Olmsted Parks Conservancy was created over 40 years ago to promote, restore, enhance, and maintain these sparkling treasures for generations to come. Tonight, because of the pandemic, our Denim and Diamonds Gala has gone virtual. If you would like to participate in this evening's silent auction and to support our Olmsted Parks, please visit BFLOparks.org FLO 2020. Now, every gala has hardworking chairs that make it all happen, and our 2020 co-chairs are Bart and Melissa Kresse. They're here now, joined by the Conservancy's Executive Director, Stephanie Crockatt, and Mayor Byron Brown, to welcome you to Olmsted's Sparkle of Summer.
This is Mayor Byron Brown. I hope you are enjoying the 2020 Frederick Law Olmsted Gala Denim and Diamonds at home. We recognize the Conservancy's valuable role in administering and maintaining our city's Olmsted parks, parkways, and circles. A special thank you to the Gala Committee for its creativity this year and to Conservancy Executive Director Stephanie Crockatt, who teamed up with us on a number of initiatives in recent months that enabled residents to enjoy the outdoors while keeping them safe.
Denim and Diamonds at Home is all virtual, so hopefully this means that more people in Buffalo can actually spend time learning about the parks, learning about our activities. This is our second fundraising event of the year, and we have great partners this year with WKBW, with so many of the sponsors that have stuck with us through this pandemic situation.
I became involved with the Conservancy 3 years ago. I joined the board, and it really has been eye-opening understanding how much the Conservancy does to maintain the parks and make sure that they're beautiful and a place that every Buffalonian can enjoy. The other great thing about the parks that I've learned a lot about is that the park system in Buffalo touches almost every neighborhood, so it's accessible to everybody in the community, which is extremely important, especially now.
Our family is lucky enough to live within minutes from Delaware Park, and we love to walk along Hoyt Lake, enjoy the Rose Garden, take our bikes along Ring Road, and enjoy the playgrounds.
Well, I think as we're finding out now, we may have taken our parks for granted a little bit, and right now this is the savior. This is our sustaining environment, and we're so lucky that we have these, that were protected for us 150 years ago. And so that's our role, is to keep them as pristine and wonderful as we can make them, but they're serving a vital role for people's health and wellness right now.
We're honored to be chairing the 2020 Frederick Law Olmsted Denim and Diamonds Gala at home.
This year isn't like other years, but we have a great show planned, so sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Here's John Di Scuillo with how you can bid on some great items.
Hey everybody, John Di Scuillo. I am so honored to be here to help raise money for the Olmsted Parks Conservancy, and you can too. Go to the website bfloparks.org/FLO 2020. You can do it from your phone, you can do it from your PC or home computer, wherever, and it's so easy. You click menu, and then you'll see silent auction items. Click that, and you can browse and bid. Whew, it's a hot day, and you know what? We could go for a brew. How about one named after you? The Resurgence Brewing Company and their team will create your favorite flavor just for you. And then you can have a great big party there with your friends and family, and the first beer is free. You can't get a bike anywhere, but we've got one for you right here. Look at this baby from Campus Wheelworks, that real cool place on Elmwood Avenue. This is a 3rd Ward bike. It's mint green, it's got 3 speeds, it's got everything you need, a little bike rack in the back, and even a bell. We all want to have fun with the kids, right? In the parks or at home. Look at this great gift basket full of fun items, even a hula hoop. You know, there's never a bad photo at an Olmsted Park, but you don't have to take a selfie anymore. You can get a 1-hour professional photography session with Kelly Kazmierzak. Bid on it right now, and you'll get 100 professionally made digital photos just for you. Portraits, family, newborn, maternity, couples, you name it, and it's gonna look great.
Thanks, John. Make sure you get in on some of those auction items and help support the Buffalo Olmsted Parks Conservancy. We love our parks. Let's take a look at some of these incredible treasures.
Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Imagine open land and green space, with room to walk, run, ride a bike. A space that embraces nature, with gentle breezes, trees, a lake, a meadow. Places where winding paths take you on a scenic journey, where you can relax, play, and rejuvenate. Now open your eyes. Welcome to Buffalo's Olmsted Park System, where 6 parks, 7 parkways, 8 circles, and several small spaces were created and connected for our well-being. They serve your physical and mental health. They benefit you, your family, your friends, your neighbors, everyone. For over 150 years, your Olmsted Parks have been here, providing consistent comfort. The Olmsted Conservancy is here to help. We care for, maintain, and enhance these spaces to ensure that they remain available as Olmsted intended, for us all, with equal access every day.
Having worked as a journalist, a clerk, a gold mine manager, and ultimately a conservationist and landscape architect, Frederick Law Olmsted's passion for public space was honed through personal experiences. When coping with the grief of losing his mother, Olmsted and his father journeyed to nearby pastoral fields to find solace and relief. When school became grueling, Olmsted sought refuge in the surrounding woods. He always returned to nature. Olmsted had a keen interest in human habitats. He traveled to factory towns in England, tenements in New York City, and plantations in the South. He felt that cities, dark with industry, smoked, cramped and dirty, created a society with nervous tension, anxiety, and irritability. Upon returning from his travels, he again sought the comfort of nature and brought it into the urban setting. His genius was in creating healing, restorative spaces to serve as the lungs of the city, and this passion became the culmination of his life's work.
The gift Olmsted gave the city of Buffalo over 150 years ago is priceless. Here, we have our nation's first urban park system, connected, green, and thriving. We can find comfort in knowing that as a city and community, our parks have endured historic challenges through the 1918 flu pandemic, world wars, and the Great Depression. Buffalo has persevered, and through it all, our Olmsted Parks have been here, supporting the health and happiness of our community. We will endure once again. There is peace of mind knowing that our parks are here today just as they were for generations, serving in a role that sustains and nourishes every Buffalonian.
Now, more than ever, Buffalo's Olmsted Parks are the best places to go for fresh air, space to run, play, and exercise. We need them to support our mental health as well as our physical well-being, to provide somewhere for us to feel connected, while staying at a safe distance, of course, and to be at one with nature. The value of our park system has never been more obvious and important, and we, the Conservancy, in our role as caretaker of these special green spaces, need your help to fulfill our critical non-profit mission. Please give generously and help us to sustain the parks that are sustaining you and your family.
Frederick Law Olmsted certainly had a whole lot of foresight when it came to designing our parks, and it's up to us to maintain them, which is why your support is so important, because without our parks, we wouldn't have some of the best gin in Buffalo. Hang on a sec. Here at Lockhouse Distillery, they make their gin out of the cherry blossoms from the Japanese garden at Delaware Park. And today, we are going to learn how to make a FLOATini and say cheers to Olmsted.
Our Sakura gin that we make right in-house, we have the privilege of getting to go to Delaware Park every spring and pick the cherry blossoms right from the ground. It goes right into our Sakura gin, which is actually the main component of the cocktail that we're going to be working on today, which is the FLOATini. The FLOATini consists of 1.5 ounces of our Lockhouse Sakura gin, a 1/4 ounce of our Lockhouse Hibisco bittering agent, 3/4 ounce of pear juice, 3/4 ounce of house-made hibiscus syrup, 1/4 ounce of lemon juice, and a bar spoon of pear jam. All right, and now we shake. The important part, Mel, catch.
Oh, I love my job so much. Cheers to Olmsted, the FLOATini.
I can't wait to try the Olmsted cocktail tonight. It looks delicious. Hey, listen, everybody, we are celebrating the Denim and Diamonds virtual gala for the Buffalo Olmsted Parks Conservancy. And tonight, your donations will help keep our parks maintained for years to come. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their generosity and support of the Denim and Diamonds at-home gala. Here's John Di Scuillo with how you can bid on some great items.
If you wonder where you are, yeah, well, you could be a Goo Goo Dolls star a little bit better than I can with the autographed Johnny and Robbie Goo Goo Dolls guitar. Look at the color on this thing. Go to the website, bfloparks.org/FLO2020. Hit menu, browse, and bid, and this can be yours. You could bid on a $500 certificate to enjoy a life of luxury in the Finger Lakes at the Bellhurst Castle. You can use it for the spa, one of their fine dining restaurants, and enjoy the movie Bottle Shock in your room while you savor the flavor of a Chateau Montelena Chardonnay. You know, we've been in our homes for months, and some of you may have been looking around going, I need a home refresh. You can bid on an item with Haley Carol Janecki. You know why? She's the owner of Row in the Elmwood Village. You get a free consultation plus 2 hours to be with Haley for an in-person or virtual consultation. She's the expert in color, style, texture, and taste. And you can bid on this. Chef Dan Buckley from The Other Woman Catering will come to your home and create a 5-star dining experience for 8 guests with wine recommendations too. Ooh, it's so good. I'm John Di Scuillo. You can bid on these and other great auction items. All you need to do is go to bfloparks.org/FLO2020, click the menu, then the silent auction tab, and browse and bid. Thanks, John. Don't forget to bid and bid high to keep our Olmsted Parks thriving. Now, every year, the Denim and Diamonds Gala, we honor 2 people for their dedication to our parks. This year, it's Jock Mitchell and Judy Dean Colucci. Let's see why they love our Olmsted Parks.
I'm honored to say a few words about 2020 Frederick Law Olmsted awardee, my friend Judy Dean, who has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the Buffalo Olmsted Parks Conservancy's mission and passion for our community's Olmsted Park system. Judy has been a kind and giving force for the Conservancy over the last 20+ years. Hard to imagine. Her journey with the Conservancy began through volunteer service, focusing her efforts on beautifying Gates Circle. As a Conservancy board member for 10 years and founding committee member of the Spring into Summer Luncheon, now one of the Conservancy's largest fundraisers, Judy has had an incredible impact on this valuable nonprofit organization.
So the Olmsted Parks are an amazing collection of beautiful park spaces. There are parks, parkways, and traffic circles like the one we're in, Gates Circle. There's not a lot of revenue coming in to support that, so we need community support every year to keep doing what we're doing.
Buffalo is frequently called the city of good neighbors, and it's more than just words. It's sort of the character of our city, and Judy's among the group of those who would fit into that definition. She's had leadership and selflessness toward the park system in Buffalo for a long time. The leadership is easy. She was on the board for almost a decade, chaired committees, chaired events, was an officer of the organization. The selflessness might be less obvious. She spent almost 2 decades. In fact, if you went to the back of her car right now, you'd find a small collection of rakes, brooms, shovels, and her prized possession in life, her portable weed whacker. She visits Olmsted and non-Olmsted green spaces almost every day. She's donated thousands, many thousands of hours of time for the city of Buffalo. Not because someone's asked her, but because she's wanted to. Congratulations, Judy, for working so hard in earning this recognition and for making both the City of Good Neighbors and our park system so much better.
4 months ago, I would have just told you that parks are lovely and aren't we lucky to have them. But I think in the last 4 months, we've really learned how important these parks are. Because I've probably walked almost 5 miles a day with my Labrador Retriever, and we've covered practically every inch of the Olmsted system, especially around here. We have wonderful circles that are very near to us here. We have Colonial, we have Soldier's Place, we have Gates Circle. It's just been a wonderful sort of getting reacquainted and falling in love with my city one more time.
So I'm so proud of the team that Judy and Jock have become. They didn't know each other really well before. They partnered up on the Development and Advancement Committee, but their passions were similar and it was a great match right from the beginning. They've made a wonderful team and I'm so proud of the work they have done.
When he falls in love with something, he gives it his all. And you know, Western New York needs a lot more Jock Mitchells. And my world of working with charitable organizations, nonprofits, you know, it requires volunteers to really help the organization be true to their mission and support them. So Olmsted is very fortunate to have people like Jock and Judy.
I'm a lifelong Buffalonian, and I wouldn't live anywhere else. I love Buffalo. There's so many reasons to love Buffalo. We have first-class museums, a symphony orchestra, a great zoo, but we also have one of the best park systems, and system is a key word, one of the best park systems in the country.
It's clearly his passion, again, for this community and what he falls in love with, and when he does, I think it's to the benefit of the organization.
He only gets involved with the missions and the leadership that move him to do something, and Olmsted Parks is one of his favorites.
Congratulations to Jock and Judy, and we thank you for your support and dedication to preserving our Olmsted Parks. As we are celebrating Olmsted's Sparkle of Summer, you may ask, why should we preserve our parks? Well, green space is important to our region, and the value of the Olmsted Park system is priceless from such a talented mind. Did you know Frederick Law Olmsted also created Central Park in New York City? Let's take a look at why our Olmsted Parks are important to Western New York.
Every day from sunrise to sunset, your Olmsted Parks are full of life, teeming with activity.
From daily walkers and joggers, to gatherings of family and friends, to Conservancy staff mowing, planting, trimming, pruning.
To the wildlife and pollinators supporting our local habitats and ecosystems.
Our parks are here to enhance our connection to ourselves, each other, and our community.
Frederick Law Olmsted came to Buffalo and conceived of the nation's first system of connected parks over 150 years ago. Today, Olmsted's park system is the gift that keeps on giving.
Even in times of uncertainty, our community and your Olmsted Parks have persevered and continue to give back to Buffalo each and every day.
Your historic parks provide a space for physical and mental wellness
and safe social interaction, a place for local businesses to connect with their supporters,
an idyllic location for weddings and family reunions, and a peaceful spot to rest and enjoy nature.
The Conservancy continues to work diligently to ensure that Olmsted's masterpiece is available to everyone.
Free of charge, 365 days a year. The team takes great pride in this work. For us, it's so much more than mowing.
We are dedicated conservationists, landscape architects, environmental advocates, and Buffalo boosters.
Thanks to you and your support, we will continue to steward Olmsted's monumental legacy vision for Buffalo's park system.
Ensuring that these green spaces are here in their glory for the next generation to use and enjoy.
Together, we are Olmsted Strong.
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 There's nothing like exploring our Olmsted Park system. It's a sparkling treasure in our own backyard. Now, one of the fun things to do has been the introduction of the FLOATmingos in Hoyt Lake. There's a whole fleet of them now, and our Melanie Camp takes us out to meet them.
What do you get when you cross a boat with a flamingo? A FLOATmingo! Woo!
Landscape architects have this thing about flamingos because they are the antithesis of good landscape architecture, right? They are, it's plastic lawn ornamentation, which is not considered good landscape architecture. So we've embraced FLO as Frederick Law Olmsted as FLA in flamingos. When the Maritime Center came to us with the idea of flamingo paddle boats, we couldn't pass it up. Having wonderful pops of pink on Hoyt Lake was too good to be true, and to see that they really pulled it off is amazing. And we've had a lot of fun naming them, and hopefully they're bringing a lot of smiles to a lot of faces in Buffalo at this time.
Whose idea was it to come out in the boats today?
Because I've never been on a boat before.
The whole idea of this is to get more people on the water, access, community engagement. And that's what we're doing here, and that's why we're so thankful for Stephanie and her crew here at Hoyt Lake and Olmsted Parks for their partnership.
Over the winter, I found a manufacturer in Indiana that makes these flamingos behind me for SeaWorld in Orlando and Disney World.
We have a true flamboyance now, because that's a flock of flamingos is a flamboyance.
The good thing about it is it's a good entry level for people who have never been on the water before. They're much easier than the rowboats, so people will come and rent the flamingo, and then they'll come back and they'll rent a rowboat. People get hooked on the flamingos, but we call them the gateway drug to rowing.
Where you can get a high that's 100% legal.
This is actually a good workout.
We're advocating for park protection and restoration, and we're maintaining these for future generations. So the community getting out and involved is critical. We want to make sure that we're doing a balance of history with modern.
We have a partnership with the Western New York Maritime Charter School, and those students come in throughout the year and they build these Olmsted skiffs with mentors. And the hand-to-hand program in general uses wooden boat building to have kids practice STEM principles, craftsmanship, and life skills.
Every single community neighborhood in the city is touched by an Olmsted Park, so there's a lot of wonderful cultural diversity. There's a lot of good feelings right now about our parks, and community engagement is key.
Our Olmsted Parks really do give us so much. So it is nice to have a chance to give a little back.
We try to do something fun. Every year we've got the FLOATmingos this year. We did big, huge flamingo rafts last year. We've got stuff planned for next year, but 2022, with Olmsted's 200th birthday, it's going to be a significant pink flamingo year in Buffalo. Just get ready.
What a fabulous evening for our Olmsted Parks Denim and Diamonds Virtual Gala. We hope you've enjoyed learning more about what the Buffalo Olmsted Parks Conservancy does and its mission to help keep our beautiful parks pristine for generations to come. We would like to thank our sponsors supporting our efforts, and of course the Salvatores for providing a wonderful dinner for everybody at home. Please continue to bid on our wonderful silent auction items as they are still all up for sale. Now, here's our Conservancy's Executive Director, Stephanie Crockatt, with a look at a lot of the people who keep our parks beautiful behind the scenes.
Thank you for sustaining the parks that are sustaining you. We hope you enjoyed the special Olmsted feature tonight as we celebrate the sparkle of the summer. Your support is what supports our mission and our ability to keep your parks accessible, safe, and clean for all.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for supporting Olmsted Park.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for supporting your Olmsted Park.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for supporting your Olmsted Parks.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your support. We hope to see you out in the parks at a safe distance.
Thanks for joining us for Olmsted's Sparkle of Summer. We hope you enjoyed our tour of the beautiful Olmsted Park system and our Denim and Diamonds virtual gala. We couldn't do this without our generous sponsors, so we thank all of them. And remember, you can still find out more about our beautiful parks at bfloparks.org. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.